What is up, guys? Chewy Slayer's back here today, guys. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Rezero units being added in the GS with an up-and-coming update. Since there's a lot of information to cover on these units today, since there's 4, I will be putting timestamps in the description down below. So if you just want to hear about a specific hero, you can go ahead and click on that timestamp and it'll go ahead and take you to it. Alright guys, starting off is going to be Rezero Rem. She's a water demon. Her stats are 6,849 HP, 3,041 attack. Defense is 2,696 at max. For her slots, guys, she has a 5-star physical, 5-star magic, and 4-star physical. Her skill has a 12-second cooldown on it. What it does is 1,300% water damage. For 5 seconds, reduces enemies' damage by 10% and has a 600 break. For her arts, guys, she has 15,000 water damage magic, and for 10 seconds she will increase her own attack by 30% and has a 1100 break on it. For her true art, she does 52,000 water damage physical, and for 5 seconds consumes 2% of her own HP, which is stackable, increases her own crit damage by 80%, which is also stackable, and increases her own art gauge by 3 per second, which is also stackable. So all the stacks. 1800 break on this skill, and the unit is an Art Gen Type 3. If you guys want a list on that, I will provide that in the comments down below. For her abilities, guys, she will increase critical rate by 100% when her HP is above 50%. She will also increase damage to beasts by 30%, and when near death, she will increase her art gauge by 1 per second. For her true weapon, guys, it's going to be True Rem Demon Mace. It's a physical item. It's a 5-star. What it does is it has a 40-second cooldown on it. It does 7,000% water damage physical, and for 20 seconds increases own art by 50%. The first time this is used in a quest, increases her art gauge by 50% and with 1,000 break. When equipped by Rem, increases critical damage by 20% whenever Rem uses art, not true art. It heals Rem's HP by 20%. Does not stack with any abilities of the same name. Increases physical damage by 10%. And Equip is given a random ability on the craft of it. If you guys don't know, in this up and coming update, we'll be able to craft it into the true weapon from the base weapon from the event. The second unit we'll be talking about today, guys, is Ram. She's an Earth Demon. Her HP is 6,890, 3,061 for attack, 2,639 for defense. For her slots, guys, she's got a 5-star magic, 5-star defense, and 4-star support slot. Her skill has 11-second cooldown on it. It does 1,400% earth damage magic, and for 6 seconds reduces enemies' attack by 10%, has a 500 break. For her arts, guys, she does 13,000 earth damage magic, and for 15 seconds increases allies' resist to elements that they have an elemental advantage against by 40%. And increase allies' freeze resist by 100% with 1,000 break. For her true art, she does 32,000% earth damage, and for 35 seconds, allies gain a damage barrier that negates 4,000 plus Ram's defense value. Damage 2,300 break on this skill. Her abilities are at the start of a quest, increases her own art gauge by own luck. Does not stack with ability of own name. That's very interesting. Increases accuracy by 10%. Increases evasion by 10%. Oh, man. So she's going to have crazy survivability. Yeah. For her true weapon, guys, is going to be True Ram Mop. It's a 5-star magic. Has a 40-second cooldown. Does 4,000 earth damage magic. And for 15 seconds, increases own defense and accuracy by 25%. Has a 700 break. For abilities, when equipped by Ram, increases her own defense by 20%. Whenever Ram uses true arts, increases Ram's art by 10. Does not stack with abilities of the same name. Increase water resist by 5%. Equip is given a random ability on craft, similar to the other one. Oh boy, this is a mouthful, guys. Alright guys, moving into the third one in this big massive hero drop we're going to be having is going to be Emilia. She's a water spirit. Her HP at max is 6,828, attack 2,824, defense 2,845. For her slot, she's got 5-star magic, 5-star support, and 4-star magic. For her skill, guys, has a 10-second cooldown on it, does 1,600% water damage magic, has a chance to inflict freeze. If the skill freezes, increases her own art gauge by 30 with a 500 break. That's a really solid skill. For her art, guys, she does 1400% water damage magic, increases allies' arts by 20, and for 15 seconds increase allies' damage resist by 20% with 1000 break. For her true art, guys, she does 40,000% water damage magic, has a high chance to inflict ultimate freeze. Yes, ultimate. I just like that word. If this true art inflicts ultimate freeze on the enemy for 10 seconds, reduces that enemy's water resist by 70%. It has a 2100 break on that. For her abilities, guys, she heals her own HP by 100 per second, increases allies critical damage by 50%, increases freeze resist by 50%, increases seal resist by 50%. Really do like this hero a lot. Moving on to Emilia's Mantle. It's a 5-star magic item. It has a skill with a 55-second cooldown on it. It does 6,000 water damage magic for 12 seconds, increases water allies damage by 10%, increases own damage by 30% with an 800 break. Its built-in abilities, guys, when equipped by Emilia, it increases her own art damage by 15%, and whenever Emilia uses arts, not true arts, for 15 seconds reduces enemies' free resist by 20%. This does not stack with any abilities with the same name. It also increases magic resist by 5%, and it also gets a random ability when you craft it. Alright, on the final stretch here, guys. Beatrice. She's a dark spirit. Her stats are 6,287 HP, 2,597 attack, 2,888 defense. For her slots, she has a 5-star support, 5-star magic, and 4-star heal. Her skill has a 12-second cooldown in it, and what it does is increases her own arts by 10 and heals her own HP by 10% of her own max HP. For her arts, it does 15,000 dark damage magic. For 20 seconds, reduces the enemy's status resist by 35%. It has a 900 break. Her true art has a 42,000% dark damage magic, high chance to inflict faint, and for 15 seconds reduces the enemy's dark resist and magic resist by 35%, and it has a 1600 break. Her abilities increases her own damage against the enemy by 33% times the number of statuses on the enemy, increases the equipment cooldown requirement by 10% if unafflicted by status element. I hope I read that right. When near death, increases skill cooldown requirement by 15%, increases curse resist by 30%. Her true weapon will be Beatrice's ribbon. It's a 5-star support weapon. For the skill, it has a 50-second cooldown on it, and for 20 seconds increases target's arts by 5 seconds. If target is dark, increases target's arts damage by 20% for 20 seconds. Its built-in abilities is when equipped by Beatrice, increases her attack by 20%. Whenever Beatrice uses true arts for 10 seconds, increases allies' dark damage by 10%. Does not stack with abilities of the same name. Increases light resist by 5%. Equip is also given a random ability on craft. Holy smokes, guys, that's a lot of heroes we covered in today's video. Personally, for me, I'm leaning towards Beatrice as well as Emilia for the units I'm going to be wanting with that. Faint is a super powerful, and I honestly really do need a really strong water unit, and the fact that it's ultimate freeze, that sounds really cool. I'll be honest, a lot of these units are very strong and very solid, so I definitely would like to get my hands on them and actually try them out and see them actually play out. But I honestly think all of them are really solid, so I don't think it really matters which one you get. I think they're all going to have their uses. I can't see me being disappointed in getting any of them, to be honest. They're just really solid. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will say this was the most wordy video I've done on my channel in the history of my channel, so please give me a like on this video for the amount of pain I went through for reading all this information for you. I know a lot of this information might be easily available, but it's easier to digest for some people, especially for me when I'm actually hearing it out loud when someone's talking about it. So I hope this was good for you. Otherwise, I'm gonna head out, guys, and go pass out. So remember, guys, keep on chewing, and I'll keep on slaying. See y'all guys in the next video. Bye-bye!